Hi guys, this is Graham from Geek Ireland, and I know that you really want to listen to Speakin Geek. Who doesn't? But we have to bring you something. We have to bring you this lovely, lovely little ad for our sponsors. Yeah, we've got sponsors. That's right. We're big. We're big adults here now. And now to tell you more about just our fantastic new sponsors is Tom.
I've just signed up and it's great. So much geek-related gear each month. And for $27, you can get great things like t-shirts, figurines, and loads more. So check out our Geek Ireland link to Loot Crate and sign up.
So there it is. You can sign up to Loot Crate, and since we're such giving people here at Geek Ireland, I would like to tell you about our little link to it. It's lootcrate.com/Geek Ireland. And if you put in the code SAVE3, you can get a nice little discount courtesy of ourselves. Thanks so much for listening, and now you can get your Speakin Geek. The new year, and we all here at Geek Ireland decided that, well, we really need to do a podcast to, ring in the new year. So we all got together again for the new episode of Speakin Geek. So it's me, Graham.
Hi, it's Tom.
Anthony.
And Shane.
That's right, it's Shane. It's our background guy. The guy who does things in the background.
I've been here for every podcast, just quietly sitting in the corner, cringing as Graham talks and Tom and Anthony talk about topics that I know things about. I can't answer, so it's been a frustrating couple of weeks.
Mouthing and waving at us that we're saying the wrong thing and getting facts wrong. Also, if you go to our YouTube channel, I'm the guy behind the camera, so you never see me either.
There's a
He's
reason.
the invisible man.
Yeah. He is the invisible man.
It's actually just us throwing our voices. That's not really a guy.
No. It's a combination of me and Tom. It's great.
Yes.
Or is it? We'll get rid of that in post. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Keep rolling, guys. So, we're talking about the new year, and what we got a question in from long-time listener Paddy Lennon, asking of us about what's the big entertainments. I am actually quoting our big entertainments that we're looking forward to in 2015. And he's a writer.
I think that's grammatical.
He's allowed to make up words.
He's allowed to make up words. He's a wordsmith.
He likes Transformers.
He does like Transformers. And I like Transformers as well now, because I've actually read the first volume of More Than Meets the Eye.
Is it everything I told you it would be?
It is! It's really cool. The artwork is fantastic. The stories are really interesting. The characters are really cool.
Oh, who's your favourite?
It would have to be... Rodimus.
Oh yeah,
I love Rodimus, and I still remember him from the 19.
More than meets,
yeah, because he's great in the 1980s film.
He's
brilliant in that.
Kind of lame though.
Yeah, he's kind of lame, but then he turns into Rodimus Prime.
He's like the hip new Optimus Prime.
I'm so glad Optimus.
And he always had that horrible stigma, but now he's brilliant.
I'm so glad Optimus is gone though.
Really?
I kind of am. I'm just like, it's like he's like the Wolverine of Marvel comics. He's in everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's always the perfect.
He's always
hero.
the perfect warrior, the perfect tactician, and even in the movies, he's the perfect murderer because he kills humans. He kills them point blank and does not care.
Oh, let's not get.
We don't want to get into that.
That's the
Bayverse.
That's the Bayverse. We leave that
converted.
alone.
So, Tom, what is a big entertainment that you're looking forward to in 2015?
I've already seen mine.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Do you want to tell the people what you've seen?
I can't.
You can. At this stage, you can.
Okay, I've seen two really good movies in the last month. One is Birdman. Awesome, brilliant review from Anthony on the site, so get to reading that.
Now award-winning Birdman.
Yes.
Yes.
Michael Keaton's performance is just incredible. Ed Norton is just fucking hilarious. I didn't know whether to laugh or just cringe at some of the stuff that he did. There's a scene that involves a sunbed.
Shane's shying away.
There's a scene that involves a sunbed that really needs to be seen. And I actually think for this movie, if it does not win awards for cinematography and editing, things are just wrong.
It is sad that the soundtrack didn't get put up for any awards, though. Do you notice that?
What happened there?
The guy got snubbed.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's become kind of a
Wasn't
a
there a
thing now.
reason for it though? There was,
I don't know. I think it was just basically
you need to have more than one instrument.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, sure. Look at what some people say about Hans Zimmerman. All he ever uses is boom.
Right,
That's all he ever uses in his films now. Boom. And then your second film. What was the second film? We all know what it is.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Big Hero 6. Absolutely amazing. Got to see it on an advanced preview, thinking it was already on a general release here, but it hits me right in the feels.
It does.
It's an absolutely amazing film. Brought my girlfriend to see it, and the two of us were literally like blubbering children at the end of it. It bring your tissues, guys.
Just stay after the credits.
Commoners have to wait until the 30th of January.
I did stay after the credits.
That's not a commoner thing. It's not like he was just a smart man who saw
ignorant
it.
people, yeah. Then
It was an advanced preview. It was fine.
And that, dear children, is bitterness coming from the mouth of Anthony Bean.
Anthony, what have you been looking forward to?
Well, I'll be a bit different, I suppose. Not pick a movie. And since it was just announced today, the new 3DS.
The Majora's Mask 3DS.
Yes, that has been announced
Another
for
one.
the
Oh my god.
13th of February now. That's going to be coming out in a gorgeous gold limited edition Majora's Mask 3DS with the game as a DLC on it.
Oh, that's actually quite nice.
So even if I can't get that one, I'm still going to be getting the new 3DS and Majora's Mask, because it's been so long since I've played that game, and it is arguably the best Zelda game of the franchise.
And is Majora's Mask
super dark?
Is Majora's Mask HD remastered?
It's
the
same engine as the Ocarina of Time.
Oh, nice
remake. Yeah.
Nice.
So I can't wait for that. And also a new Fire Emblem is coming out as well.
Really?
Nice.
Which was probably my favorite 3DS game, full stop, since it came out. Amazing game.
Big words there.
Is it?
It took up most of my. When was it? 2013, summer of 2013.
Has it been that long since Fire Emblem came out?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think so. Yeah, 2013.
Look at old lads.
Yeah, where I was fighting wars and marrying people and having babies,
Which Anthony is doing.
which I am now doing in real life. So Fire Emblem has me prepared, and I can't wait to bring my real life experience into the new Fire Emblem. Maybe it'll make me a better tactician.
How to tactically change nappy.
So now, Shane, you finally get to talk. What are you looking forward to, buddy?
I don't have anything really.
No. This is what
He's
we
a
get.
lame
This is what we
person.
get, guys.
There's a lot coming out this year.
Oh, there's
so
loads.
New Star Wars.
everything really. I don't know.
Everything.
So much. New
Yeah,
Star Wars.
I'm not sure. There's so much coming out this year.
Yeah.
I suppose the big one is Avengers 2.
Yeah.
It's Age of Ultron.
It's a safe bet.
That's probably the big one. Last year was really a year for me because I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy so much.
Did you go in and look at? Did you have any preconceptions? Do you know?
I'd
did you think it was going to be great?
I'd read some of them, and yeah, absolutely, yeah. And that was my big one last year. So
No,
now this
nice.
year, I don't know, I'm taking it easy maybe.
Guardians was such a smash last year.
Oh, it was.
This year, I think a lot of people's attention is going to be on Ant-Man. So the Ant-Man is definitely one.
Can we talk about that trailer?
The small one or
The
the
tiny
actual
teaser.
human-sized one?
How
That
did
was
you
a
guys
teaser
honestly
trailer.
feel? How did?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
It's
yes.
classed as a teaser. I
It's
think
classed as a teaser.
Yeah.
I mean, like we saw nothing really.
But then they released it full size.
Oh, no.
No,
The
yeah.
new, the big size trailer is basically the teaser trailer because
Yeah.
it told us nothing except that maybe Paul Rudd needs to get a better publicist with naming superheroes. You know,
There's a lot
'cause
of
it's just-
conflicting stuff with people. Some people are like saying, "Oh, it looks a lot darker
Then,
than what they were
yeah.
expecting," but then I'm of the opinion of this that it's a joke that people know that it's going to be a bit of a ridiculous movie with
It has to be.
Ant-Man
I
as the
don't
main
think so. I
character.
think there's going to be. There
And-
has to be some sort of a blend.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit, but I think
Yeah.
some people are expecting it to be a lot more serious than
Mm.
I think what it actually is going to be. I think that the trailer was a sort of play on it that they're playing up that it's a little bit darker, and then at the end you get that
Yeah.
bit where he's like, "Can we change the name?" And like, "Oh wait, no, this is going to be kind of a funny movie."
Yeah, because I was looking at it and I was just like, where's the villain? There's no villain, and I know they've made Yellowjacket the villain, and I don't like that.
He's a completely different character.
He's a completely
And
different character.
the guy who is Yellowjacket, it's like Ultron Killian in Iron Man 3.
Oh my god, he even has the
as bad as
walk.
that. No, but it's like a character that was like, I think he was in like 2 issues of Ant-Man back in like the day, which is better than Ultron Killian, who was in 2 pages of Extremis.
And nowhere near as attractive as Guy Pearce.
No.
He was not. He wasn't.
I think it's still going to be a good movie.
I hope it's going to be good.
But
and it closes out phase 3 of the of the movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like Kevin Feige.
No, it goes out phase 2.
Kevin Feige. No. This is phase 3.
Oh, really?
No, sorry, this is phase 2. Sorry.
Yeah, we're still phase 2.
Kevin Feige said that each phase will end with an Avengers movie, but he changed that with when the recent slate of movies was announced. That Ant-Man closes out this slate of movies, and the next slate then begins next year with is Captain America: Civil War next year, or is that the year after?
I think
next year. It is next year.
Yeah.
It is next year, and
because
that's the same year as Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I mean,
Marvel and DC fought it out for that release date, and DC blinked.
And then Sony just tried to go, I'm still relevant. And then they got hacked.
Speaking of Sony, I saw an interesting tidbit today that apparently an announcement is close. Apparently, now take it with a massive grain of salt, that Spider-Man will be in in the Infinity War Part 1.
That's a while away.
They're going to share some rights with them, is it?
Basically, I think what's going to happen is it'll be co-produced between Sony and Marvel, and the character will then be introduced, because they've missed the boat basically to try and get him involved in Civil War. Yeah. So they'll try and introduce him in the Infinity War movies, which will then spin off then, I suppose.
It was Latino
Review
that said it, wasn't it? They're normally.
I read it on comicbook.net or comicbook.com.
I think it was Latino Review that broke it though. They're on the ball.
No, they meant
pretty regularly.
I think they had stuff about the emails that went back and forth between Sony and Marvel. Talking about, they mentioned like Andrew Garfield,
and turn your head to the mic.
You keep talking to each other.
Turn your heads to the mics. We're sitting in beside each other next time. I can cut this out. It's grand, don't worry.
Okay.
I feel weird staring at the mic when I'm.
That's the problem. That's the one problem with it.
It's radio, bitch.
Get used to it. I suppose my thing that I'm looking forward to is, and everyone's going to laugh at me, especially for 2015, is that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice trailer. I need that trailer like I need air. I just need to see it. I just need to know that everything is okay. I just need to see something, because we haven't seen anything since
split into 2 movies.
It won't be.
I know. I mean, I was a big advocate of that rumor. Because I was like, this makes sense. Do it like the Superman cartoon did it, when they had the episode, the 2-part episode that introduced Batman into the cartoon, and then he was a bad guy kind of, because he was kind of kicking Superman's butt in that bar scene, and then have the next part of the episode was them working together to take down Joker and Lex Luthor. If that was like done in a big screen kind of way that they were doing it, I would have loved that. And they said it on AMC News. How amazing would that have been? That would have been a gut punch to every other studio, because you know what? They were able to keep a secret, because the film was coming out. The slate said that it was coming out in October of this year, with the Dawn of Justice still coming out in 2016. So it worked fine. The only problem I had was, it was just like everyone was, as usual, just beaten down on DC. I had a full-blown I'll say debate with someone about why it did work, and why it didn't work, and like, I mean, I think basically DC is everyone's whipping boy, because they love Marvel, because everyone's like, Marvel can do no wrong. I'll tell you,
they can do
Iron Man
wrong.
2, shit. Iron Man 2 is
terrible.
It's terrible. I watched it there 2 weeks ago.
Iron Man 3 worse.
I wouldn't say worse, but it wasn't great either.
It wasn't great.
It's on par with Iron Man 2.
I can rewatch Iron Man 2. I can
rewatch Iron Man. I can rewatch Iron Man 3. But I think it's because I've only ever seen Iron Man 3 twice. I've seen Iron Man 2 like 3 or 4 times, and each time it's just like, there's so many things wrong with this.
Yeah, that's the thing with Iron Man 3.
I'm actually quite like that with Man of Steel. I tried watching it when I got the Blu-ray, and I just switched. I have to be truthful. I switched it off after halfway through. I just couldn't.
Was it after the flight scene? Because that's
no. When did I switch it
it's
off?
the happiest it gets.
I think, I think it was actually after he takes off in flight for the first time, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm actually so bored of this movie already." But that's not. That's just my opinion of it, and it's no one's. It's plenty of people's fault, but for me, I think fleshing it out across 2 movies would have really worked because of the amount of characters that have been announced to be in the movie. To cram it all into 3 hours of one movie doesn't let the characters
3 hours.
And to introduce a major character like Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
They're bringing in what? Cyborg.
He's not
Wonder
Cyborg
Woman.
yet, though.
They're bringing in Victor.
Yeah, Victor
Lex
Stone.
Luthor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Victor Zsasz, I think, is supposed to be in it.
No, Victor. No,
I've heard Victor as a minor villain.
Oh God, why?
He'd probably be like
A bit like in Batman Begins, where he's like in 2 scenes and then just disappears.
or like the Leaper at the start of Captain America.
Oh,
Captain
yeah,
America,
like
Winter
Batroc,
Soldier.
yeah.
He was cool though.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
cool.
That's what you can do, like a small cameo of a villain or a character, and do it really well. And
But that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, like, yeah, I could easily say Star Wars, but I mean, who isn't looking forward to that? I could say Avengers, and we will talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, I want to see what DC are going to bring to the cinematic universe, because if I'm being honest, I'm looking for something a bit different, and Marvel. I'm enjoying Marvel stuff, but I just want something from a different studio, and Sony are not going to give me anything good for a very long time, I'd say. And Universal don't have anything except the monsters.
And we're forgetting about that lovely entity called Fox, with their lovely FF movie that's supposed to be coming out. Which the trailer hasn't even dropped.
There are 2 FF movies.
There are 2 FF movies.
What?
Yeah, they've already announced the release date.
Planned
Yeah,
the
they agreed the sequel date. And,
They changed the release date because Channing Tatum's Gambit is getting their original release date, and I'm okay with that because I like Channing Tatum, and I think
and
he'll
he's
be
a
a great
natural
Gambit.
man from the south.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, I did
so
not know that.
he should be
I still think
able
he'd be
to
a
do
better-
the Cajun accent.
He'd be a
pretty
better Venom. Still say that.
well.
anyone would be a better Venom.
Then Topher Grace. Topher Grace would be, we should do it. Like, I mean, they should do a Spider-Verse film, and Topher Grace should be one of the Spider-Men that dies in it. Wouldn't that just? Because then it's just like all the fans are going, he's too perfect a Peter Parker, an angry Peter Parker. So why don't we just make him like an angry Spider-Man?
If we get a Venom, I want it to be Flash. Venom.
Yes.
Flash.
Yeah,
because
that's what needs.
Agent Venom.
Eddie Brock has now been out of the symbiote longer than he was ever in it.
Really?
Yeah.
in the comics.
He is now over 10 years out of the
Well,
symbiote.
hang on. He's anti-Venom now still, isn't he?
No.
No, he's not anymore.
Has he stopped being anti-Venom?
Yeah.
He's Toxin now.
Yeah. It gets really weird, and
It's good, though.
It's quite dark.
Yeah,
Good old
very
Spider-Man.
dark. Yeah.
Gets weird.
When he gets that toxin venom put back on him, and he just
Freaks out.
it's like a recovering drug addict being
Getting
forced to
their
take
high
a
again.
drug again. But yeah, Flash needs to be the new Venom, and
Yes.
Marvel have done an awful job at
Introducing him.
advertising Flash as Venom as a superhero now.
Have you seen Ultimate Spider-Man?
No.
He's in it. Agent Venom.
Oh, the cartoon.
Flash
No,
Venom
haven't seen it.
is in it, and he's terrible. He is dumb as.
then I won't see it.
He's dumb as hell, but he's not grown as a character. So with Venom, he's just like this really stupid kid who's kind of got I got superpowers now.
Bit like
For
current
God's
Billy
sake, he's one of the Guardians of the Galaxy
No.
now in the comics.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
yes, he is, yeah.
How has he not become a bigger
Mainstream.
hero? Yeah,
Who knows? Like
even
What's
what's
in
it called?
Guardians 4? Don't worry.
That'd be awesome.
Disney Infinity.
Yeah, he's a
2.0 came
character.
out, and the Venom in it is the Matt Gargan Venom.
oh, for God's sake!
Well, I don't know if it's actually Matt Gargan
It's
in the
the-
game,
it's
but
the
the
devi-
design,
it's the
design
the
of Matt
Venom
Gargan.
design is the Matt Gargan Venom.
Oh, for God's sake!
So before, like, I mean, I think we've talked enough. Thank you, Paddy. You've given us much to talk about.
Well, to be fair,
That was also
we've
pretty
covered
stuff.
movies. We haven't really covered
Well,
a lot of other stuff. Like
that is fair, actually.
like games, comics that are coming out. Like I mean, Anthony's
Drop the
topic.
big eye. Drop the big eye.
I'm about
Tom.
to drop the big eye. Image Expo happened a couple of days ago, and a lot of great stuff has been announced. There will be an article detailing all of the announced books on the site. By the time this goes up, it'll be up there, so get to reading it, people. One of the biggest ones for me is Dec Shelby's Injection book with Warren Ellis and Jordi Belair. I saw pages that were shown at the Expo. Tweeted Declan about it. It's his best work.
That team is just all it's just hitting every cylinder.
When you interviewed him, he was talking about that, Anthony.
Yeah, he was talking about it where I got the name wrong.
Oh yeah,
embarrassing.
Yeah.
I called it infection.
But he was talking about how it's a dream project for him and stuff. So
yeah.
Watch that interview. It's on our YouTube channel.
Lads, let's not
dropping plugs left, right, and centre. Another book actually, and I only got reminded about it today. Was actually Darwin Cook has a creator-owned book.
Oh, I've seen that.
And the name is now escaping me.
I can't believe that's only his first creative-owned work.
And that's what amazed me the most is that Darren Cook is one of the
best
artists and
writers.
one of the better writers in that DC have utilised and
or not properly utilised.
Well, he did before Watchmen stuff was probably some of the best stuff from before Watchmen.
I still love his Justice League Frontier.
League, the New Frontier is a brilliant story.
That before Watchmen book is really good, by the way.
And his New Frontier film, which was based all on his artwork.
It was all done in his style. Yeah, it was gorgeous,
beautiful,
gorgeous stuff. And another great book, AD. But by Jeff Lemire and Scott Snyder's been announced, and
that is a dream project. Yeah, that is going to be amazing.
I mean, those two together are just it's going to be fantastic.
First book Jeff Lemire is drawing that he also has not written.
That's going to be weird.
Yeah,
I like Jeff Lemire's work.
I can't wait to see what that's like. And 2 Brian K. Vaughan books.
Brian K. Vaughan, I love him.
Not only are we going to have Saga, we're going to have 2 other books by Brian K. Vaughan out this year.
I have to say, Comixology came a long way with me by giving me a discount on the Image comics. By that, they gave me an Image promo code. It went out to everyone. I got to pick up 2 of the sagas on the phone.
And it's amazing.
It's amazing. Oh my god. I'm very worried though. It's getting so popular. Is it going to turn into some kind? Are they going to try to make a series? Are they going to try and make a movie?
Well, he was very hesitant about allowing Why the Last Man become something because he now has the rights to that again.
Oh, right.
So Why the Last Man will have to be bought by a studio again to be able to be moved into a movie production. Something like that even Saga. Something like that would have to work. I think best as a TV show.
Yeah, and the same. I've been reading. Not to leave out any of Image's kind of books. I've been reading Invincible, and volume per volume, it gets better and better and better. The art direction, it's the same kind of thing. He keeps the same kind of consistent team. The stories are just so weird and so intense.
Who's that by?
That's Robert Kirkman, and that's Image. And
who did
Ryan,
Walking Dead for
yes,
people not that familiar with it.
If they don't know, if they don't know who Robert Kirkman is at this point, he must be under a rock because he's everywhere now.
It is really good, but I've been hesitant to get onto it. I've read the first volume, but like Walking Dead, there are over.
I'm on volume 12. I'm on volume 12, and I ordered volume 13 from Amazon. Because it's cheaper.
He's a writing machine. He just churns out, and it's constant quality.
It's
I don't
constant
know how
quality.
he does it.
I don't know where he pulls it from because, we've got it right here, one of the volumes there, and it's just so. The art style makes you think, oh, it's going to be kind of fluffy, maybe a bit of fun. It's really intense
so
and
dark
scary
and so violent.
Yeah, you see Mark, the lead character, punches someone to death, and it's so intense and. When you finish the volumes and that, it's like, but you want to keep going because it's a fantastic read, and I'd love to see it because I know a while ago they had ideas for Tom Selleck and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was going to play him about maybe 10 years ago if that was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
But now it's a bit too long, and it's a bit sad because Tom Selleck and Mark Joseph Gordon-Levitt would have been the perfect casting for
They'd
the
have
two
been really
leads.
good one.
Would have been perfect.
I've only read the very, very first issue
Yeah.
that was free on Comixology.
I've got a list of a lot of the Image comics that were announced at the Expo. Kieran Gillen
Oh,
has
Kieran Gill.
another two books coming out.
Phonogram, Volume 3.
Phonogram Volume 3, the long-awaited Phonogram Volume 3.
I have no idea what that is.
And
It's his ode to the music scene in Britain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
if you
That was lovely.
if you're enjoying Wicked and Divine, you'll
Love
enjoy
Phonogram.
And he's got Ludocrats, which is a period drama / comedy.
Is it the sequel that we've all wanted from our Aristocrats?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Down boy.
Else do we have?
Speak-
Pretty Deadly is coming back,
That's true. And
which I've been waiting for so long.
I only saw there that it's only mentioned Kelly Sue DeConnick and Emma Rios. So I don't know if Geordie's going to be back colouring. I hope she is, because she also needs to colour every comic book out there.
She's
amazing.
fantastic. I mean, everything is it's just so clean, so crisp. Everything that Geordie does is just fantastic.
Following on from Spawn hitting its 250th issue and
Yeah.
handing over the reins, Todd McFarlane's doing a new book
Yep.
called Savior, which I don't know.
The premise
I
sounds
love
okay.
hate relationship with Todd McFarlane and his writing, but Clayton Kane is doing the art.
Clayton Kane.
who
Oh
does?
my God, he's so
you
good.
might know him from a lot
Beautiful.
of the Carnage books that
Beautiful,
Marvel do.
Beautiful art.
It's
Did he do
all
Superior Carnage?
hyper. He did the covers.
Then very
Yes, you know the hyper, like really realistic.
And there's
sort
no real kind of
digitally.
pencils. There's just kind of
It's
it makes
all
it look
it's
a
all
little bit-
done
digital.
digitally.
Oh,
yeah,
very
but
nice,
it's
nice.
gorgeous looking stuff, and it's probably going to be hyper violent and graphic as well.
Oh,
If
good.
those two creators coming together.
How do you guys find that actually? Do you need how do you feel about hyperviolence in comics? 'Cause, I mean, I'm talking about-
there is a market for it. Like,
Image seems to have the most hyperviolent comics. Have you know? I don't know if that's a thing. Like, I mean, Invincible, Walking Dead,
It's good in
many of their other
moderation.
stuff.
Like you've got good stuff like Walking Dead, where the violence is used pretty sparingly, and when it happens, it's like a big punch to the story.
They use it well. They don't.
They do,
just
yes.
throw it out there. Over
Yeah, like they don't throw away deaths and stuff. Like it's always a major story point, or like there's always a big lull before the carnage. But then you have something like Ultimatum, the horrendous Marvel Ultimate Line.
Oh, that was
crossover,
horrible.
where you had the Blob eating the Wasp, and
Oh,
then
God.
Giant Man biting his head off, and
Then Giant Man getting blown up by multiple Jamie Maddoxes.
yeah, and
That was horrible. That was Jeff Loeb.
close-up shot of Sabretooth getting an arrow into the eye,
And then Sabretooth biting off Angel's wing.
I know he's pretty.
Yeah.
Mark Millar, I always find, is pretty bad with the violence. He doesn't seem to know when to hold back.
They did a run on Wolverine.
He's never too violent.
I'm trying to remember the name on it now.
Is it Savage?
Is it the
what's
the
it-
Wolverine Max?
Yeah, Wolverine Max. And
The Max series.
basically all they did was just let him curse,
Well, that's what the
and
Max
then-
line is.
and then but
Yeah, I
it was
think
just but it was really badly written.
The
as a
Nick
result.
Fury one is meant to be like that as well.
Yeah, but it was just like as a result, it was just very badly written. There's way too much cursing in it than there needs to be. The violence becomes just gratuitous and unnecessary, and it just weakens it. I thought
It's funny because
there's a point-
Invincible is ultra violent. Like, I mean, we've all had a sample of some of it. But there's barely. I don't think there's a single swear in most of the volumes. I can't forget.
And actually, that was the worst thing in Wolverine Max. Is there's way too much unnecessary sex scenes and panels,
that was in the Ultimate Comics,
and you're just
as
like,
well.
why? There's no
Ultimate
need
Comic,
for this.
the Ultimates.
That's really bad.
The first volume, or was it the first and second volume? It was either the first or second volume of the Ultimates.
The third.
One of the funniest things.
Do you think you're thinking of the third?
No, it's
Is it
actually
Scarlet
the
Witch thing?
first. No,
Or Scarlet Witch's mother.
one of the funniest things, and also the really most disturbing things, is the Hulk seeking out the Wasp to have sex with her.
Oh no, that's
yeah,
not. It's not the Hulk.
That's the
seeking out-
first Ultimate.
That's the
Yeah,
first
that's
Ultimate,
the
and he's
good
not,
Ultimate.
and he's not
stops
looking
him.
for, and he's not
Doesn't
looking for the Wasp. He's looking for Betty.
Oh, Betty. Sorry, Betty. That's right.
Because Betty is dating Freddie Prinze Jr. and it really pissed off
Terrible
Bruce. And then to slow him down,
Oh, yeah,
the
well-
Wasp
America.
flashes him,
Yeah, that's right.
and
Yeah.
then while
That's why I'm bringing up the plot.
dumbfounded by going ooh boobs,
Captain America drops him on the tank.
the tank on him.
While
And-
in the tank.
While
And this
in the
is
tank.
a book that is regularly put into top 10s of best Avenger comics.
I did like it because if
That
you
was-
think about it, back then,
Hitch-
that would have never been done.
Yeah, like, to be fair, Hitch's art is just gorgeous on that book.
Yeah,
Does Mark Miller's writing hurt it though?
No, like Mark,
Because he can be hit and miss.
Now, this is one thing.
Old Man Logan's the same.
Yes.
No.
Old Man Logan is
Well-
a book that I enjoy the story, but the overuse of
Violence
in it.
That final fight
really,
between him and
takes me
Yeah.
out.
Again,
Don't spoil
yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
because I know
Again, it includes a really creepy
Shane's
It's
a
thing.
big-
one of the
yeah.
most ridiculous
fights in
pieces
the
of
world.
ultra violence
Shane-
you'll ever see. in
Shane's
the
a big fan of Wolverine, but he has not read
No, I have it.
Old Man Logan.
I read it. I have all of Old Man Logan.
But but you haven't got the final issue.
I've read it though.
Oh,
book. What?
then
You're
why do
saying
you want me not to
spoil?
spoil it?
Oh, spoil
For
for,
other
people. Oh
listeners.
yeah.
Who cares?
That's a book
don't
that's
spoil it,
years
don't spoil it.
old.
That's a book
But it's
that's been years-
great.
Oh, it is great.
I only
To
read
be
it
fair.
last year.
Yeah, actually, I'm
Yeah,
the same. I only read it last year.
Like,
It's one of those
like
things
the-
a lot of people missed because it came out so sporadically
Yeah.
and things like that. So
Other people
if,
actually.
if you haven't read it,
It
read
is
Old Man
fantastic,
Logan.
yes,
It's
because
great.
Old Man Logan
But it is
the epitome of...
there is too much over the top, unnecessary violence.
Yes,
in
especially
Old
that
Man.
last fight scene.
Yeah.
I must actually give a shout out here to John Hendrick of the Big Bang, because he's the reason I actually got the book for Christmas 2 years ago.
Old Man Logan.
Yeah, my girlfriend went in and she kind of wanted to find out something from me that was a little off the beaten path. And
And it
he said,
is.
he kind of said, everyone needs to read Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
I know Tom, I know some of his stuff that he likes, I've seen what he's kind of picking up. He said, even you, pick it up, read it. It's a fantastic book.
It is.
And I would be of the opinion that for the Wolverine sequel that will be done by James Mangold, or I can't,
Mangold.
Mangold.
I was just going to say
I actually think Old Man Logan will be adapted for that.
when Hugh Jackman's last movie as Wolverine.
Yes.
That'd be a great thing to do with them.
They'd
But
have
then-
to redo
but then
the
how would they
story
have to
very
do it?
differently, Yeah,
Because the whole
There's
point
a
is
lot
the
of
Marvel
characters
universe
in there
is
they can't
screwed up.
use.
Like, what happens to Thor, what happens to Hulk, what happens to Captain America,
The
and
awesome
Spider-Man.
thing that
But
happens to
the-
Venom.
But
the
it's
thing you
it's
could
the
change
Fox
there-
universe anyway. So
Which
it
one
doesn't
will
The
matter.
thing you could substitute the Avengers for the X-Men guys
But
easily.
Sony
Yeah.
owns
It's Sony,
Spider.
Sony.
Oh, right, that's right.
For the X-Men characters,
But there's-
you can substitute the Avengers characters for that are in the book.
So who's the
too.
villain then? Who would you give the villain piece to?
Well, actually, that would give away the fucking ending. So
No, because there are multiple villains in it.
It happens
Oh,
at the
there's
very
multiple-
start
There's
as
multiple
well,
villains.
and it's on the
Who
cover.
would you pick
True.
as the final villain? Because
I
they
will
don't have the
say
rights to anyone.
One thing that is awesome in Old Man Logan is Red Skull.
Yeah,
Yes.
Red Skull
Red
is
Skull
messed
is
up.
brilliant in it. Red Skull is really brilliant in it, and
that,
what
this
he
is
has
making me
done.
want to read
What
it
happened
again.
to Loki?
Yeah.
That was really cool. What happened to Loki?
But then on the flip side, it does have something that I hate that a lot of Marvel writers have done, where they assume that down the future, eventually, the Hulk will become a
OP.
horrible villain.
Oh yeah, they do. Maestro.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
there's one other book I'm forgetting about, but I can't remember.
But they always claim it'll be to gamma radiation
Poisoning
affecting
his
his
head.
his
Yeah.
mind.
the Hulk, the end.
Oh
The
yes,
Hulk, is,
yeah.
the
That's
Hulk
sad.
is a bastard. in it.
Nah.
He is a horrible character. Bruce Banner is still.
Yeah, but they've kind of
It's
flipped
horrible.
that now. In the modern day, Bruce is the bastard and Hulk is the nice guy.
Yeah.
Hasn't he separated into a separate?
No,
Hulk now? Or
he's,
isn't that-
he's a new Hulk because of Jerry Duggan. That's right, I got the name right this time. Because of Jerry Duggan's writing, we have Doc Green, who is completely different.
Who for a very long time I haven't been reading Hulk comics, and
Yeah.
anytime I'd read a synopsis of a Hulk comic and seen Doc Green, I thought they were talking about Doc Samson, and that was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
nickname that he
Yeah,
So, like we'll bring up the top. I suppose now we'll bring up our personal topics, what we've brought to the table, and we'll start with Shane. Shane,
Oh, thanks.
what are you looking forward
well,
to?
they announced recently that even though they're only in their mid-season, is that Green Arrow and
What are you doing?
Tom's pointing
Tom,
at
he
them
knows.
written on a bit of paper for me for no reason.
I just like to be a pedantic ass.
That they've, even though Green Arrow and Flash are only, or Arrow I should say, not Green Arrow, are only on their mid-season breaks, but they've already been approved for a next season. So we're getting season 4 of Arrow and season 2 of Flash.
Yeah,
Which is awesome.
Which is good because I thought with Arrow was always I loved Arrow, but it was always. It kind of felt like a bit of a guilty pleasure for the first 2 seasons.
Really? Just
And then
for the first
season?
2?
And then
For the first season, really.
yeah, more the first season.
Even the
And
second?
But now, like the first half of season 3 was amazing.
Wow, yeah.
And they've gone a bit darker. And then when they're going with Flash, they've done the whole crossover and proving how much darker it is in the Flash universe. And also,
That's
it's
the
brilliant.
great
It's
thing
really,
about
really
the
good.
That was a great line. He's like, "My mother was killed in front of me. So was mine." But you know what? I didn't turn into a jerk. And I was a child. That's worse.
I have we all seen the trailer for
What?
the Flash premiere?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks
It's
so
funny.
good.
And will we fight the man in the yellow suit? Or you mean the reverse Flash? And then you just see
And then-
Harrison Wells. I like it.
And then Captain
Actually,
Cold on
speaking
camera,
of the reverse,
Yeah, that was weird.
where he's like, "Come and get us,
Come and get us.
Flash."
That is the campiest line I've
Yeah,
ever
but-
heard.
But that's
But
what
the
the rogues
are
like.
campy.
The rogues are campy
Captain
villains.
Cold, though.
Yes, he is.
I
Yes,
never thought he was,
he
especially in the new
is campy.
52.
I've heard Mark
nobody's
Mark
campy in
Hamill
the
is going to
52.
reappear as the trickster.
Yeah, he is. He's in
But
prison
this
with
is
his
it.
dad.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's going
Because he was in the old Flash
Yep.
with your man who plays
Playing
dad
the trickster.
Yeah.
as a Flash, and he was the trickster in that.
And in
And
Justice League.
And won't it be brilliant if they make a
That's
Joker?
true.
He was the trickster in Justice League as well.
I
the
forgot
cartoon.
about that in Unlimited.
Because obviously you can do that because, you know,
He's Mark Hamill.
Because he's Mark Hamill.
Or it would be brilliant if they make a Joker reference.
Nah.
Well,
You don't think? With all the cool little references they've already made in the
I'm
Flash.
pretty sure there might be a little wink and nod to the camera.
Like, I mean, the CW
Or even
announcing-
if they like call him, what are you, some sort of clown or
Oh.
something like that?
something like that. Yeah.
and
like
then
a-
he'll just do the Joker laugh.
What if he's doing the Joker voice?
Nah. Or like, I love the fact that the greatest thing to come out of the CW announcements, apart from those two, was that Supernatural is getting a season 11.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Didn't
What the
they
hell?
already confirm that that's getting made up to like season 13?
How is that even possible? Now I'm only
that
on the
show
two,
should have ended.
I'm
after
only on
season
the
5.
I'm only on the 200 episode.
Okay. I agree that it should have ended a long time
Season
ago, but
5.
also the most recent season was really good.
Yeah, the most recent season. No. To be fair, in my opinion, yes, I agree totally with Tom. Season 5 was they should have ended with Swan Song.
The only thing
but
about
they have great episodes inside these seasons.
There's a couple of seasons there where it is like the overall seasons are
The
terrible,
Leviathan
the
but they, have,
Leviathans,
but they have some of the best individual episodes.
all about Dick.
all about Felicia Day.
We're 2 episodes into Peggy Carter, and already they're doing better Leviathans than Supernatural did with Leviathan.
Oh, thank God! I'm so glad. Can we talk about Peggy Carter, please?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. First off, let's start with you two because I think me and Shane have completely different opinions of it.
Really?
Yes.
How could you not like it?
How about we
Because
go
it's
from
everything
the
that
start?
I don't like about Agents of Shield.
Okay, so
What
we'll
you
start,
You'll tell you.
start with Graham.
Okay.
Yay or nay,
Nay.
Tom?
Yay! Big
Oh, I
time,
think
yay!
all the A's.
Shane.
Yeah.
Damn it, man! Join me. It's just okay.
K's gonna kill you.
Imagine Marvel, right? Now take out all the superheroes, take out all the interesting mutants, take out all the Inhumans now that have been teased, and what are you left with?
A pretty kick-ass female.
A good secret
But she-
agent show.
That's not what I signed
And
up for.
a pretty kick-ass butler who has lovely British quips.
Yeah, but when you get the
I suppose I could say just watch Gotham then,
when you get
but then
the
that's like a badass version of
when the
Alfred.
Netflix shows start coming, they're going to be
Oh,
very
that's
light.
going to be amazing.
Oh.
How happy
No,
are
but
you?
They're going to
I'm
be
so
very light
happy.
on the superheroes.
I just want to say, guys, Shane must be so happy right now because Shane is a big fan of Marvel, but he's also a big fan of the street level heroes. Yeah, I mean,
Iron Fist
Daredevil,
is-
Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jewel. I like Jewel, but I don't like who they've cast.
Oh, you're not
Kieran
a big
Ritter
fan.
is
Yeah.
a horrible human being who just seems like Kristen, thank you. Who just seems like she oozes evil, and she's not Jessica Jones.
Have you seen The Bitch in Apartment 23?
That's the reason why I don't want
It's a
her.
great show.
It's a great show, but she's it's just
Off tangent, James Vanderbeek as himself is just one of the funniest things
so
ever.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shane, how do you feel about the fact that you're gonna get did you ever think you'd get an Iron Fist show?
No,
And
I thought we'd get a really terrible movie.
yeah.
and then no one would ever want to touch it ever again.
A choice cast member, maybe? Have you got a choice actor out there for Iron Fist? For
no,
Danny?
actually, I don't. No.
And when it's released,
because I think it's going to be really hard.
13
to
episodes
cast.
to
It'll
binge yourself on.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we'll have Daredevil drop in April now.
April
Yeah,
10th.
it's really soon. Yeah.
We're having Daredevil drop in April, and then we're going to have Jessica Jones later in the year.
It's
Then
another year.
They've already said
it's every year.
15 months.
Every
Yeah,
15
it's
months.
gonna
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard somewhere else that she was coming this year, but okay. Then I think
Luke
Luke
Cage
Cage.
is next.
So I think
Okay,
Death.
so-
Luke Cage
so
is
you have to-
being introduced
so
in
if-
Jessica.
if
No,
that-
Iron
if-
Fist is last.
if that's going to be the release schedule, you have to wonder, like the likes of Charlie Day. Not Charlie Day. What's the guy's name? Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox.
Is the actor for
Daredevil.
Daredevil. So you have to wonder, like, is he going to wait 4 or 5 years to do his second
Until
season
Defenders?
of? Cause
Oh no, that's not probably not how they're going to do it.
they're going to do.
I'd say he'll be dipping in all the way along.
Yeah, I mean it's in New York, so I imagine he might be in it. Actually,
That's
he
the
might
thing, yeah.
be in those series because let's face it, he's the kind of character who could be part of those universes, those parts of those.
he could be the connective tissue, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He could be their leader. Now, how great is that? That Daredevil is going to be the leader of something, as opposed to a side character or a really, really bad film that should never have been made. And I'm sorry if Ben Affleck had to be put through that because it's now tarnished his chances with Batman.
Not really. He'll be
No,
fine.
it hasn't.
really.
He'll be fine.
No.
He'll be fine. But it's just like everyone just goes, he was Daredevil first. It was like, so what?
If anything else,
It
if he's a
does-
good Batman, those people be
You
even
could say
more.
the same about Chris
Yeah,
Evans.
But he was
That's
also he was pretty good in Daredevil. It was just a terrible
It
film.
was a terrible film.
Terrible,
That's
terrible,
not his
terrible
fault.
film, terrible script.
Yeah.
Although
Terrible
Colin
Electro.
Farrell was still great. I
the
still loved him.
extended version is supposed to add a lot more to it and kind of flesh out a lot of stuff that the director wanted.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No,
I've
that's the
seen
thing.
both versions, and
And?
the director's one is better, but it's still not.
It's still not a great film. Like, I have to say, I am excited about that because I like the fact that you can binge on the 13 episodes.
Yes.
Yes.
That'll come out.
But they are properly releasing them as one block.
And did
Yeah.
you see the motion poster?
No?
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Just a blank.
It was like the cover of a comic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Hell's Kitchen, completely grey, and then slowly but surely, all this
Flame.
red starts to come in, and it just spells out the two Ds.
Is
Oh,
there
very clever.
is there any side characters? People.
Well,
Would
I
hope-
suppose the big
hope
one
are
will
gonna
be.
be-
I'm surprised
Well, Foggy
Misty
Nelson's
Knight's
got-
not in it.
He probably will be.
She?
She? Oh, Misty Knight. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
You-
I thought you
you
said
said
Moon
he
Knight.
because I said
Moon
Foggy
Knight.
Nelson.
Oh my god! Imagine if they introduced Moon Knight. in it.
Anthony just had a small
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, actually, the Mark Spector character would be pretty. Even if they introduced like Mark Spector,
That would be great.
And even just did him as like the Mr. Knight version.
Declan Shelby.
That is
royalties.
way too modern. That's too modern for them. Like, I mean,
Well,
they're
actually,
going-
Not really.
I'm just thinking
Guardians
you can't
of the
really have
Galaxy
Misty
is-
Knight without having Tony Stark because he builds her arm.
Well,
very nice.
Like, I mean, she
So
could,
unless
she could
but
pop
it-
up.
Well, no,
is there plan that
she was
these
in
will
the
be
comics for a long
street-level?
time though before she got the arm.
Yeah, but as a guest character when she was a cop.
I have
and
no
stuff.
idea
Yeah,
who
but
Misty
you could
Knight
still
is.
It'd be a guest
like,
character in
you
this.
could still have
Yeah.
the character
Yeah.
pop
I have
up.
no idea who
If she was a
Misty Knight
cop who they worked
Have
Yeah, I don't think
Will-
I know
will-
Misty
will-
Knight.
with. She's Iron Fist's girlfit's
yeah,
Put
she.
that way. I don't know.
She's
about
also
Iron Fist.
her
Can
her
you-
and
Luke.
Valkyrie.
no her and no name's gone out of my head. Sorry.
can you picture like the stereotypical image of like those like 70s cop show with
Yes.
like the female
Like-
cop
like-
with,
like
the,
Black
with, the
Spike,
big,
the-
with the big afro and
Yes,
everything?
the Black
That's
Spike.
Misty
That's Misty
Knight
Knight.
with a robot arm.
But she was an original
The
defender as
Blaxploitation.
well.
That's ridiculous.
Or she's an original hero for hire. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Will Sliney actually did
Miss
2
yeah.
volumes of
Fearless
the
I do
Defenders.
know her. I
Fearless
do know her. I
Defenders,
saw her in Fearless Defenders.
her and Valkyrie
Yeah.
and
She's like the main character in Fearless Defenders.
I didn't
think
read
Wells
Fearless
is.
Defenders. I've seen the artwork.
It's very good.
What?
It's got
Give
an
me
Ir-
that look.
It's
It's
got an
really
Irish
good,
pub
actually,
in
yeah.
it.
No, I know it is. It's just okay. We can't read everything. I need to have some.
We have technology.
I know we have technology.
We have the technology. We can't read everything.
Rebuild her. So okay, we're actually going off on a huge tangent.
Yes.
Get back to
sorry.
it. Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
I've said why I don't like it because it's the normal side of the Marvel universe. It's basically, hey, let's watch a whole season about Nick Fury, but without any of the superheroes because they can't mention them because there are no superheroes yet.
You do realise that the fact that I actually think that this will be the connective tissue to something that will happen in Ant-Man. We know that Trevor
also
Slattery.
Age of Ultron.
Hang on,
I think it's Age of
no.
Ultron.
We know that Trevor Slattery is going to be in Ant-Man as his 1960s self.
Yes.
We know Howard Stark is also in Agent Carter, played by Dominic Cooper.
Yes.
So
So there's gonna be
we
a
will
30-year
see.
skip.
Whiplash's dad has been
Yes,
introduced.
Ivan Vanko was in it.
Was in that. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see that kind of relationship evolve, and we're going to see Howard Stark evolve into the Trevor Slattery that we know. And the big thing about for me, that Trevor Slattery is in Ant-Man is that we could see a retcon within Marvel's cinematic universe stating that, because we know that Hank Pym worked for the SSR and for S.H.I.E.L.D. when it was set up, so we could see him as the proto-founding Avenger. Because as it says,
as Ant-Man.
And we know from Iron Man 2 that Nick Fury worked with Howard Stark and helped set up S.H.I.E.L.D. and the SSR, or not the SSR, S.H.I.E.L.D. So we could also see in future seasons of Agent Carter a young Nick Fury.
There's going to be future seasons.
They're only doing.
Or are they just doing the 13?
To be honest,
when the 8th episode,
is it only 8?
Yeah, so the 8th episode finishes. We're back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And we get to find out what happened to the Inhumans.
And I mean, I think it's a done thing. Like Hayley Atwell loves playing the character. She's a strong written female character for people to look at, especially young women and girls and so on,
and back then,
and who want to look at how a good female character is written. Look at Agent Carter.
I didn't think I'd be interested in it as much because there's no superheroes, but after watching the first episode, it's so well written. There's great chemistry between the cast. It's just a really fun detective show. If you take a step back and don't look at it as a superhero
I don't like
comic book
detective shows that much unless there's something different. I'm not saying it always has to be superhero, but I suppose the thing...
Graham just doesn't like women.
Don't you do that. We already talked about how Damien doesn't like dick. Alright? We already talked about that.
But
no context. Hashtag no context.
Batman reference.
I totally get it. I think it's just... I don't really like period dramas usually, and... procedural cop dramas, which this technically is.
That's kind of like the reason. Like, I love the original Captain America movie. It'd probably be in my top 5.
Because of that Joe Johnson.
But I know a lot of people that don't like it. With the biggest reason being that it's a period.
Oh no, that's not. Film. I loved that it was a period.
A lot of people I know that don't like the look of it and the setting. But that was one of the main reasons I loved it. So maybe that's a reason I also really like.
Yeah.
I found some of the look stuff in Peggy Carter was a bit too much. The soft glow they give everything, it's just really unnecessary. I felt it just doesn't need to be there. But the big thing for me is I think she's really good. She's really well written. But it's the supporting roles. The other SSR agents are they're all just
they are cliches.
Idiots.
They are some cliches.
They're like the Three Stooges in the background all the time.
Does anyone else think that maybe... Okay, I may just be looking at this because it's a Marvel show and it's part of the Marvel Universe. Does anyone else think, the guy in the crutches?
Yeah, totally going to turn it...
He's going to turn into either a superhero
or
no.
Soviet
spy.
He's going to be the grandfather of that cop from Avengers that helps out during the attack.
Or was he?
Oh my god, I just remembered!
I was really hoping you'd get what that joke was.
Oh my god, I forgot about that!
It's the same actor.
It's the same actor. Joss Whedon must be just okay, give him something. Give him
no, but he was...
I feel really bad for him. Just that tiny little part in Avengers. Give him a bigger role.
It just happened to Tom as well.
The pennies just dropped. Oh my god, yeah.
Everyone thought I was doing a really weird thing.
Have you watched Dollhouse?
Yeah, oh god, yeah, he's in that. He's Vic.
Yeah, but in that he does... Half the time he plays a Russian and stuff, and I think he's going to turn out to be a Russian spy.
That'd be kind of sad.
That would be kind of cool.
And I think that's what he was doing when he's doing the horse racing thing. He's actually
he's like the one guy that's really nice and
only guy that's nice. And then we got One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
My girlfriend was freaking out about that. I was like, what is the big deal with this poor guy that I don't even know who he is?
He was in One Tree Hill and apparently
he was awful
at a time. It
was probably one of the worst written scenes was the character stick scene.
Oh
that
my
was
god.
Terrible. Yeah, I was like, really? You brought those in just
yeah,
for that stupid joke.
And then he's punching him with the stick in his mouth. It just looks so silly. It's terrible.
And then he's like, I'd hate to see what he would have done if he'd picked the carrot. So he would have fed it.
Weird stuff. Weird, really weird stuff.
Was he going to probe him with a carrot?
But did you see the third episode?
That was it's the third episode.
The third episode, the other SSR guys are done much better.
Okay,
There's,
so third
there's still
episode.
pigs and their
There's
assholes and everything,
But I
but
mean, it's written
there's
for the
definitely
time.
some character building
I'll be
going
interested
on.
to see
That's
what
what they need
Leviathan.
strongly. Yeah.
Does anyone else feel like Leviathan is like a new version of Hydra?
No, I think
No,
Leviathan,
doesn't mean Leviathan's
Leviathan
has-
might actually become AIM.
Ooh.
See, there was a
good.
thing in today's episode that maybe me seeing a reference that wasn't even meant to be a reference.
What was it?
No,
No.
it's a very small thing.
Obscure.
I would say the. Are you familiar with the Serpent Society?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
There is
Well, actually, yeah, that could be
the
it.
word constrictor is used to describe something, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, could
Did-
that be because when Captain America 3
I was about to
announced,
bring that up.
It was Serpent Society first.
yeah, which was that a joke, or are they saying the Serpent Society are going to be in that movie?
They
And
are a very low key villain at times.
If so, Leviathan members
group.
could evolve into
Oh, yeah.
the Serpent Society.
I think the big
Leviathan,
thing is
big underwater
Yeah.
snake monster.
Yeah.
So-
I suppose the other big thing for me with Peggy Carter is having
Agent
seen Agent Carter, having seen Captain
Shield.
America 2,
Yes.
you know a lot of what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Like they
And so-
have they
I
got
suppose,
Schmidt,
yeah.
have they
Like-
got what's his name, Schmidt? Have they gotten the guy who plays the head?
Oh,
No,
Aram
not
Zola.
yet.
Have they got him? Aram Zola, I think.
No,
Yeah.
he's not in
Have they
it.
got him yet?
No.
What's
And-
happened? That's
But,
very
it's,
interesting.
but like from the get go, we know that
She's not
Stark isn't going to stay on the run forever.
No.
We know she's not going to be killed in the line of action.
We know he
No.
gets
Well,
cleared.
what I will
really
say
injured.
about
you know what I mean?
that-
There's a lot of, and for me, I
A lot
think
of the
they had
stakes
a lot
have
of
been
that
taken
going
out.
against them.
Yeah.
Now that you brought up about Captain America, that scene with Captain America and Peggy Carter takes on
Yeah.
a whole new significance for me now, because it
Yeah.
means it's kind of implied that in that scene that she's got Alzheimer's or that she's got dementia, and it actually makes it so more charged for me, because it means then she won't remember all of these amazing adventures that she's had.
Yeah.
And she won't be able to remember the stuff that she did with
It's really
Nick
sad.
Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. and the SSR guys. So I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will actually bring a whole new context to that scene in
I
particular.
really would like some cameos as well from the Howling Commandos.
Oh, they've already been confirmed.
well, I mean, Dum
They've already been confirmed.
Is Dum Dum
Yeah.
coming in?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dum Dum's
yeah,
going to be in it.
Yeah.
Because I from what
I think
my
him, Stark and her.
I think that's the big
Shield.
thing threw me off was I thought it would be more about
Straight into
her and
Shield.
him.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
he's
um,
the first
if you
director of
remember,
Shield.
If you remember, the first episode of this season of S.H.I.E.L.D. had her and Dum Dum Dugan picking up the artifact.
Yes.
I haven't
I
watched
guess-
Shield
I
because
should
That was
say
still during
Shane
war-
has not watched season 2 of
That was
Agents
still
of
during
S.H.I.E.L.D.
World War
no,
II.
I gave up on it. It just couldn't click for me at all.
Was that during
Was
World
that
War
during
II?
World War II? I'm not sure. No,
the Nazis were
it was-
still there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No, but it was no because
It was a
Red
branch- it
Skull
was a
was
branch of Hydra.
Red Skull was gone.
It was a branch of Hydra.
Yeah, it was
It
a branch of
wasn't-
Hydra,
Oh, yeah, I
and
suppose.
she was leading the Howling Commandos.
And
Yeah.
Cap was already gone.
yeah,
at that
Cap was
point.
already gone.
By the
Yeah,
way,
but
just
they didn't go at the very end of the war. The war still went on after they were gone.
Oh, that is
Oh,
that
yeah.
is true. That's true.
a side
But
thing.
the thing is,
speaking
she
of,
is in Shield. That's what we mean. She's in Shield in the movie, in
Yeah.
the episode, and Shield has clearly not happened yet. Like, I mean, did you guys see?
okay.
You guys saw the one shot of Agent Carter. You know
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I saw that one. with
Oh,
her
no,
and
I didn't
Dum Dum.
actually.
That's an
Haven't seen that yet.
SSR.
Yeah, at the end of the episode, it makes you out. It basically seems to tell you she's going straight into Shield. And then the first episode started, and I was like, so she went from one office where she's demeaned completely to another office where she's only slightly less demeaned.
Which is
Where
not actually,
where did Shield happen? Did she miss Shield? Did something?
I actually think that was probably a continuity mistake. By,
I think
by
so,
the writers,
and that's really
because
sad because
Yeah.
you know when it happens in any film, it's bad. When it happens in any kind of media, it's bad. But when it happens in a Marvel
Don't get me
film-
started on the continuity problems with the end scene from Hulk.
Which one?
The
Incredible Hulk?
the scene where Stark walks into the bar.
You do know
No,
that,
no,
you do
that
know,
makes sense.
You do know
That
that
makes sense.
You do
Does
know
it?
that
Yes.
Hulk, Iron Man 2, Hulk, Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Iron Man 2 happens before
They,
Incredible
they, they
Hulk.
Yeah,
all
but
they
that-
all
that-
happen. They all happen in a week.
That scene implies that
Have you seen all the,
Stark has agreed to
he's in
the
he's-
Avengers.
Yeah, but did you need? Have you seen all the one shots?
No, it's not
There are
even the one
Coulson-
shots.
There are
no,
Coulson one shots that
no.
explain everything.
Okay,
It's not a Coulson one shot. There's a comic series, web series that was called Nick Fury's Big Week, and it depicts the events of Hulk. It's called Nick Fury's Big Week, and it depicts the events of Hulk, Iron Man 2,
Yeah,
the end of
Incredible.
I think
the end of Captain America.
not the end of Captain America. What were the other movies that released?
Thor.
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 Thor. Sorry, it covers Thor. Incredible Hulk,
don't
Iron
need
Man
to
2,
repeat them.
and one other movie.
It doesn't
And
matter.
It covers picking up of the likes of the Hammer,
Yeah.
picks up the stuff to do with Iron Man being
Sure.
part of the.
Does it explain
Avengers.
why Colonel
Oh, that
It
is
does- it does
Thunderbolt
explain- it
Ross
explains
explains
Ross
it.
never shows up again?
Yes. So we've been talking about Marvel pretty much non-stop. This has actually turned into a Marvel kind of podcast now. We should talk about the Age of Ultron trailer because the new one
Segway.
because because the new one is the new trailer is just it's not that it's jam packed with new stuff. What?
Sorry, Tom just said segue, and I hate that word on
Why'd you
podcasts.
He's done it to him every week.
Really? Why don't you like Segway?
Because
What's the matter with segue?
Because it has just killed our conversation.
I don't get
going
what's a Segway? What's the matter with Segway? Tell us about Segway.
in any
Well, this is all
podcast.
saying-
When
Listen to
the
this
word
Segway podcast.
segue comes up in a podcast, it is like a flow of a conversation is happening, and then someone will say something that will lead into another conversation, and some other idiot on the podcast will say, "Oh, you segued into that," and then everyone on the
Oh my
podcast
God.
all starts going, "Hey, segue,
Oh my
segue,"
God, you-
and it kills the conversation
You're
dead,
so right.
just like it just did with our Age of Ultron.
Oh my
talk.
God.
But there's no
My
reason
point
to
proven.
say it. It's
This
happened.
one.
You
This
just
will all be
don't
taken out in post.
say segue. Just don't bring it up.
So basically-
let the conversation flow.
Leave that
So let's all,
ranting,
let's, oh no,
please.
no, it is staying in because I just was once Tom. Do
I
not
knew when
ever
we
say
started this
Segway again.
podcast, this would come
Oh,
up.
you know that's a challenge.
Do not ever bring up Segway again because I was right. That's why I didn't say Segway when I was bringing up the Age of Ultron trailer. Jesus.
You know I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I
slightly.
know, and every time we'll verbally abuse you.
I'm happy with that. Even if it gets a rise out of him.
So yeah, the Age of Ultron trailer dropped this week, and it was fantastic. Like it didn't show too many new things, but I will say one thing. I think I figured out something in the new trailer that maybe the old trailer didn't show me. I think Madam Viper is in Age of Ultron.
What makes you say that?
Well, for one thing, we've got a new Asian female cast member
Oh,
who
yeah.
no one knows.
She was like mysteriously in the background.
Mysteriously in the background, and no one knows who she is. And then there's this weird silhouetted scene of
Okay,
a woman.
Tom, he's not spoiling anything for me. This was shown in
Yeah, this was shown in-
early
yeah.
photos.
That's
that
was
were
shown in early
released,
photos,
Everyone
like-
was saying,
and
"Who is
everyone
this
in the-
mysterious
I have your
woman
best
in the
interest at
background?"
heart.
Everyone in the really,
Yeah.
really, you have the best thing. You have his best interest in heart. Do we
Yeah.
want to go back like 2 minutes in the podcast and talk about that line? You just don't say it.
Segway.
And oh, it's the poor glazed look over Anthony's eyes.
Speaking of being angry, bring up the Hulk. Bring up the Hulk point you were talking about earlier, because I think I've got an answer for it.
No, I was just saying before we get to the Hulk point, because that is just I was so interested in this one screenshot of the Hulk. I think Madam Viper is in it because they show a scene of a woman silhouetted in a waterfall, and she's basically taking off her robe, and I think I saw tattoos, and I think she's Madam Viper, and she's infiltrated the Avengers.
It'd be great because it'd be like Marvel sticking it to Fox.
Yeah,
But is she
You know
a
that
character-
terrible
is she a
villain you
character
did
that
in
can be-
Wolverine?
yeah,
But
totally.
is she a character
The
that
serpents-
can be shared
Yeah,
across?
but the thing, she doesn't need to be shared. Are you kidding me? With what Fox did with Madam Viper,
Yeah, but is she one of the characters that both
She's-
have
she-
Viper is not.
Viper is-
Viper is not a
she is a mutant in
X-Men
one
character.
No, she's not an
No,
X-Men.
but Madam
Yeah.
Madam Viper is.
Yeah, she's a Serpent Society. She's the Serpent Society leader.
She's the head of.
She's
Hydra.
not a-
She's the head of Hydra.
She's head of Hydra.
And if already the head of Hydra has infiltrated the Avengers,
Well, we
How
don't know
bad
that
is-
from that
Well,
scene.
she's
no,
probably
but
not
I'm
the
just
head of
saying
Hydra, yeah.
it's highly implied. This new female cast member who we have no reason why she's there. Like where's Jane Porter?
Who?
Wait, am I getting the name wrong?
You're
Natalie
thinking-
Portman? Jane Foster. Wow, I combined them. Where's Jane
Another
Foster?
character that is not.
Jane
that
Foster's
character.
been peppered around, like showing up every now and then.
A bit like Pepper Potts.
No, Pepper's got
Segway.
her. Pepper has been in like the Avengers film because anything that touches Tony Stark is in the Avengers film.
Because they know that Jane Foster is the one thing everyone hates in the Thor movies.
That's not Jane Foster's fault. That's maybe
'Cause it's
Natalie
not Jane
Portman's fault.
Foster.
Ooh. But yeah, the main thing I was thinking of is the Incredible Hulk. He looks insane in the trailer. Like you see him, and someone is either shouting at him or someone is trying to draw his attention, and he turns and blood red eyes. Now some people are saying it's possibly he
Mind
just got
control?
punched in the face and a blood vessel burst So it's just red eye, from a punched eye.
I think
that's not like
in the comics, I know he looks kind of different in the movie. Ultron, in the comics, his mouth, his big open, scary grin, it always has that red.
It does.
Red and black
glow,
bubbly glow. It's hard to describe how it looks. That is his encephaloid beam, I think it's called. Which, if it hits people, it can either put them into a coma, or it can give him
control,
like mind control. So it could be a thing that he uses it on the Hulk and drives him insane. And then Tony has to break out the Hulk.
I was thinking there was another one.
I was actually thinking
Witch.
Or it could be Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Like I read a theory today that it's actually Ultron is controlling Tony's armor.
No.
And forcing Tony into the armor.
No, I don't think so. You see the new trailer shows Tony looking really intense and really annoyed, and then it shows him beating the crap out of the Hulk.
You see it in the original trailer, don't you?
But you don't ever see Tony.
You see him dropping into the armor.
Yeah, you see him dropping into the armor, but you never see Tony's face. In this new trailer, you see Tony's face, and it is clearly Tony fighting
something. It's not confirmed. It's not implied.
I would bet a tenner on this. I would bet my Hulk statue on this. Ooh. It is Tony fighting the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I guarantee you that all the scenes we've seen of him in the Hulkbuster, sorry, him in the Hulkbuster fighting Hulk is going to be in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
You think so?
And I think the first battle that they're having is going to be against the Hulk. Yeah. And then the clip scene we've seen of them all trying to lift Thor's hammer is going to be after that.
As like a 48 hours beforehand?
No, as in kind of like, that battle's over now, we're all just chilling out.
No,
I think that would be next, and then that's when Ultron comes out. So, that's all going to happen in the first half.
I don't think so. That's a big thing.
I think it's going to be a thing that Ultron will use to try and break up the Avengers and to turn the world on.
So you think the reason why he creates the Ultron basically range of bots is to balance fighting the Hulk if the Hulk ever gets loose again?
No, I kind of got the impression from the trailer that it's a program he started and abandoned, and then it awakens itself.
Yeah.
So it's more, they've had this big battle with the Hulk, everything's cool now, they got him to calm down or change back to Bruce, and then suddenly Ultron awakes, and then we kind of go from there, and then you'll have the typical thing of they all go off, and then they're not the Avengers anymore, and then they'll get back together again.
I can't wait to see that scene where that broken Ultron
Smacks.
Unit where they're all in the Avengers Tower, and the broken suit comes walking in the door, and whatever it says to them at that point.
Yeah, because they keep changing it
because they can.
that is fair, because he has no mouth at that point. Like, I mean, you are getting your version of Ultron. But he's clearly a Mark 1.
I was saying this to my girlfriend last night. Like Loki, I think I'm going to prefer Ultron in the movie as opposed to Ultron in the comic, at least aesthetically.
Really?
Because Ultron in the comic, and it works because it's a comic and still pictures, he has that frozen face. He just has that set, grinning face. Whereas in the movie, they've given him a lot more detail. There's all like little small moving parts around the mouth, and he has like proper eyes. He doesn't just have big open slits in the metal. He's got proper little small eyes, and you'll be able to see him like expressing emotions. Like any of the still pictures you see of him, he's got this constant look of like disdain at like the human race, and at like possibly Tony Stark, his creator, just this look of hatred and looking down on them, that he's better and he's going to like make this better world with his machines or whatever.
It feels like maybe they just like got James Spader. James, just look at some people. Fine.
Well, like to pull it back to my earlier thought of why I think Ant-Man will show Hank Pym as Ant-Man working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and so on. I also think it might actually help retcon the idea that he created the program for Ultron and abandoned it, and Tony takes up that mantle, finds the coding or whatever it is that Hank may have created.
Yeah.
So that way we still get to please the comic people who are so outraged by the fact that Hank Pym isn't the official creator.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't see actually. I've never felt.
I've seen so much outrage.
Where have you seen outrage? I haven't seen any of it.
Hank Pym being the creator of Ultron goes along with all the crap that happens with him afterwards, and all of his mental breakdown and his being like an abusive husband and his drinking. And I never expected them to do that stuff in the movies.
Oh no, I'm not
And
expecting
that's
them
so
to do that.
tied to all that's so tied to him being the creator of Ultron that I'm okay with it. Them changing the origin.
He'll also be a Skrull. Yeah.
So it's very.
They're
They're playing close to the chest here with this,
which is good, I think. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like I mentioned earlier to the guys before we started, that I definitely think Marvel are learning from and
Constantly
learning from
becoming self-aware.
how they announce their trailers. They're being so smart about it, but I also think they're learning from other companies in not showing too much that will give away. I didn't want to say it,
We
but yes.
showed if you put all the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailers side by side and edit
You'll
them
get
a
a
bit,
full
you'll
story.
get the entire movie.
Exactly. Like, I mean, there were so
Including
many
the entire
many
ending.
trailers for that movie, but I mean, I think
It's a 5-minute trailer.
I still
It
haven't
is
seen the
actually.
film because I've seen all the trailers.
Yeah.
And
Literally,
that-
the trailers show the entire ending.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why trailers are very
They're
effective.
poison at times. They're poison at times.
That shot of Spider-Man throwing the manhole cover, that's literally the last
end
scene
of
of
the
the movie.
film.
That is the last thing you see in the movie. It goes to black.
And then they show and then you show Andrew Garfield screaming in the trailer, and it's just like, you know exactly what that means. You know
Oh, yeah.
exactly
Oh, yeah,
what that
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even need to say it. You knew.
Can I say about Age of Ultron? There's an Ultron
You can say
story.
whatever you want. Say
An
something.
Ultron story called Ultron Unlimited, which looks more what this movie is based on than the actual terrible
Ultron?
Age of Ultron comic,
You didn't like
God, if they
Um,
tried to adapt
where
Age of
Ultron builds loads of clones of himself and stuff. The Avengers fight their way through them and get the crap beaten out of them by all these Ultron bots, and they bust through a wall, and Thor is standing there with his hammer and all of his
Oh, I know what you're
Thor
going to say.
he's all bruised and bust up, and he goes, Ultron, we would have words with thee. If that scene happens in the movie, I will jump out of my seat and fist pump the air. It's one of the
I want to be
best
in that cinema
scenes-
now.
I want-
one of
I
the
want to
best
see this.
scenes in all of
Well,
comics.
there's a shot where it looks like they have like a lightning fight.
Yeah, it looks like they have a lightning fight.
Ultron and Thor.
Yeah, Ultron
Yeah.
and Thor have a
So-
lightning fight.
So you may just
Red
get your
lightning
seat out
versus
there.
blue lightning. It's just
I
like
can't wait.
all my dreams have come true.
It's the dark for its delight.
Oh god.
I'm so excited about Age of Ultron.
And it's only, if you think about it, it's only really 2-3 months away. Maybe
That's
a little bit.
Actually, is it coming out? It's coming
It's
out
coming out
earlier in
here
Europe.
a week earlier here.
Just like Captain America
Knowing,
did.
week.
and
Full
knowing
week.
you will get to see it about 3
I
weeks
don't-
before us.
I don't want to say, and yeah, I will. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it
I'm sure, because
during our segways.
I'll have to bloody proof that article.
Speaking of
Well,
which,
it's not
didn't you
bad.
say you had a good Hulk theory? Or you had a Hulk
Well, that was
ending theory?
the
That was the he said.
Oh,
that
sorry.
that was the Ultron's
Wouldn't it be great though?
cephaloid beam.
Wouldn't it
whatever
be
it's
great
called.
Oh,
if
sorry,
it
okay.
was if the reason why his because in the trailer his eyes look red, like actually the pupils aren't green, they're red. Wouldn't it be great
If
if
you
he
turned
just
into
turned
Red
red
Hulk?
into the Red Hulk? Just like, wow, that's fan service. That's crazy fan service.
Well,
Yeah, but then you'd have people going, but he's not the Red Hulk.
Exactly. I was going to say, but what about Thaddeus?
Yeah, but for a while we thought it was that Bruce had all of a sudden gained new powers and was like the Red Hulk. For a while you thought that.
Okay, to move away from the fact that this has
We're
now become a
talking about
Marvel
Marvel.
love-in, I must say, fan question from Niall Scully. He's asking, who do we think will be cast in Supergirl for the CW
Oh.
Supergirl? He mentions that.
Tom, it's not CW.
Is it?
No,
No,
it's-
sorry, it's
By their parent company.
CBS.
CBS. Yeah.
But it's the parent company of
crossover-
CW.
No crossover. They already said it.
Have they always confirmed
They've,
this?
they've confirmed it recently, like 2 days ago. Said there is no crossover, at least for a season, which means they're going to have a bad season, and then they're going to say, you know what, we need a crossover.
Well, we don't know that because the same executive producer team are behind this
That's
season.
true. That's true.
So I mean, they've done quite well with Arrow and Flash now.
Mm.
But who I would like to play, God. Well, Claire Holt was mentioned as the frontrunner. She plays a character in The Vampire Diaries.
I think so.
I've never watched any
Neither
of it,
have
so
I.
I don't know
No.
her work.
Shane, watch Vampire Diaries.
Unfortunately, yes.
Is
too.
oh my god,
With
really?
my girlfriend, I've watched loads of them.
Oh well,
It
look at that.
actually- it
Funny
actually
enough, how
has-
you mentioned those two now.
It actually has its good points.
Is it the fact that
Though-
it's the
though
originals is the
you-
spin-off?
You should watch the originals. That is really good.
Is
Who
it?
did you say you would play her from?
Claire Holt.
The blonde one who
Ah.
plays the ditzy blonde who ends up becoming a really great character.
Yeah, she'd be really good actually as Supergirl.
But
Apparently it's been shot
apparently
down.
she's no longer the frontrunner, so that's
Who would you? I can't think of any.
Funnily
Everyone I
enough,
like
you
is
know-
not even cast as like
you know
other things that will hold them up.
You know the girl that is the
Good
lead
writing.
in The lead actress from The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
she'd be
another
great.
Spartacus actress.
She's Spartacus.
Oh wait, we're thinking which one? Are you
Which
talking
one?
about
The
I'm thinking
the
of the
blonde
lead.
one who
No.
dies because she has sex?
No, I'm thinking of the lead.
Oh,
The actual
sorry.
lead.
Sorry.
The actual
No, the
lead.
one I'm talking about.
She's in
Spartacus.
she's in House of Cards.
She is in House of Cards.
She's brilliant in House of Cards.
I'm looking up
Season
her
1.
now.
I'm
And
halfway.
two.
I'm
And
halfway
two.
through season 2.
And two.
I'm just thinking of Spartacus actors now because that's what
Do you remember
CW seems to be
do you remember
doing.
she was sleeping with Pete?
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
her.
She's probably a bit too old.
Hang on,
She can pull off-
I've had
she
full
can
blown
pull-
arguments with
she can pull off that
Anthony's
age, though.
girlfriend about ages of actresses, so
Yeah, it's fair.
I'm going to stand on the count that she's actually going to be pretty fine. Myself and Anthony's girlfriend spoke about.
She has a
who we would-
name, Tom.
Okay.
Ailish was
Ailish.
mad that Tom said Katie Stackhoff was too old to play Miss Marvel.
That's really mean.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. She's age appropriate for Captain Marvel.
I was thinking of further down
And
the
then
line.
we made
and
the
how-
argument that everyone who is in Marvel are in their
30s.
early to mid 30s, just like Katie Stackhoff.
Well, the bigger.
And I was put firmly in my place.
Except Tony Stark. who
I was
is,
put firmly in my
his
place, and I
40s.
did apologise.
Most superheroes are all the same age as Jesus, isn't that the idea?
That is the thing.
And we're going back to Marvel now. Go back.
Oh my
reel it
God,
in,
we
reel
are.
it in.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's
So
actually Batman.
the actress I was talking about is actually Kristen Connolly, and
She is a great actress.
she played the lead in Cabin in the Woods. She's also a
House of Cards.
She's also a character in House of Cards. They're the only things I've seen,
Me too.
and I actually do think she'd be my choice. So
She's very good, actually. No, she's
It depends how old Kara is supposed to be in it. So.
But Kara's usually depicted as a teenager.
That's what I mean. So she'd be too old to be. a
She'd be
teenager.
too
didn't
old.
they announce she was going to be in her early to mid to late 20s?
Then
Oh,
isn't
I
she
didn't
Power
know.
Girl then?
I would love to see if the,
Power Girl
the,
is a
the
completely
girl who
separate
plays
character.
Penny
Is she?
in
She's
Big
an
Bang was
alternate
cast,
universe.
just so people would freak out.
Sorry, Anthony, what did you say?
If you're one who plays Penny in the Big Bang Theory,
No.
just to see
Kaylee Cuoco?
just to see the anger that
I
would
hate her.
go across the
Cuoco.
internet.
Oh no, I know her name. I'm just calling her Kaylee Cuckoo.
Whoever they choose, I hope they're a good actor.
I like the fact that you said
they've been
actor.
good so far with their
Yeah. Your one from House of Cards would be a very good actor, but
She
that's
would
what
be great.
I would have thought the character would be like 17.
She can play. I think she can play at least. She can play really early 20s. She can
Yes,
play
she
21,
could,
22,
Yeah.
which is okay.
Well, it's associated with CW, so it has to be someone young. And
Yeah,
beautiful.
18 to
Yeah.
19, who can then evolve into a character over like a decade.
Yeah, because
that's what happens
for 10 years.
Because that's what happens in CW. You get a series, and then you get it for like 10 years.
I'm currently
I
showing
really
the guys
hope-
photos of this lady, and yeah, she can pull it off.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I knew she could.
She can definitely pull off that young look.
I was thinking.
I'm gonna say this now.
different
This does not
actor
work
as
in a
well.
podcast. It's all looking at photos.
No, I was thinking
Look
of a
up
different
Kristen
actor
Connolly.
There you go.
Is she the one from House of Cards you're talking about?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
Pete.
yeah, yeah.
She's Pete's girlfriend.
I was thinking of
Who?
the other girl, the
reporter.
the prostitute that Doug is hiding.
Oh, no.
That's who I was thinking of.
She's actually all right.
Because
as
I was thinking
well.
she's
a good
really
actor.
young looking.
She's a good
where
actor as
she
well.
looks. No, she's too old. Sorry.
The prostitute or
No, this girl.
Oh, that girl?
Sorry, I'm really bad at names.
It's fine. So yeah, I mean, Supergirl. I actually don't know. They might need to bring in an unknown.
I'd rather if they brought in an unknown.
Yeah.
you'd be better
It
off.
seems to be
It-
working
it's very
very
likely
well
that- it's
for
very
most of
likely
these
that it'll
superhero
be an
roles.
unknown.
So
I
sticking
mean, they
with,
could bring in Laura Vandervoort again.
sticking with DC, do you think they'll do a Firestorm spin-off?
They've
Have
been
you
talking
seen the
about an
Firestorm
atom.
suit?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
The
So the
Firestorm
Atom
suit.
suit?
The
The
Firestorm suit.
Or an
was-
Ant-Man, or not?
Atom. They've
Atom.
talked about that. They've talked about the fact that since the
The
Flash
knock-
has become so popular,
The
they've talked
knockoff
about-
Iron Patriot suit.
Yeah,
It looks good. It
does.
does look good, and it does look like the
But
Atom,
yeah.
but it is very Iron Manish.
Firestorm suit looks
Really
so
cool.
badass. All the black and it's not even orange.
He has.
It's a weird kind of
He
blend.
has the.
The symbol up
Symbol
here.
up here.
Symbol up on his right hand, on his left. His left.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
left.
I mean, like when he
it
showed
was
up in
revealed
that
at the TCAs, there was a stand of different costumes for the upcoming episodes of Flash and Arrow, and one of them was the suit for Firestorm.
Well, he tweeted a photo of himself in it pre-production before they got to put on the flames and everything.
Oh, right.
He tweeted a picture of himself in the suit. He's just like, well, looky here. And what's my cousin Stephen Amell doing? And then you just see him on a cliff. Because, oh, guys, seriously, the mid-season finales.
If you
They were
haven't seen
awesome.
it,
They were
spoilers,
awesome, but-
amazing.
And if
I've
you
watched-
haven't seen them, switch off now.
Yeah, switch off now.
Switch off now.
Major
We
spoilers.
will cue you back in for when we finished.
Just pause.
Just pause.
Come watch
Oh,
it.
one more thing about casting. The
Yes.
only thing I'm looking forward to is when they announce Powers Booth as the voice for Gorilla Grodd.
That'd be so awesome. That'd be amazing.
Because he's already done it.
He has, and he was great at it. So, right, mid-season finales. I want to put it out there, and Shane, I don't know if you can fully get involved with this, but between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, and Arrow, who had the best?
Oh, Arrow.
Arrow, easily.
Flash. I would say Flash. I'm sorry, Reverse Flash was frightening, it's scary, and then that reveal...
Did you see Tom Cavanagh's recent interview? He said
and
that was actually him in the
That's
suit.
him in the suit.
The really confusing reveal they did at the end. You're like,
No,
No,
it makes sense.
No, have
It's time
you
travel,
seen Tom Cavanagh's interview? There was an interview. He put it out there himself. Can't remember who it was with, but he basically talks about the fact that he
CBR,
fights.
I think.
He fights.
Barry.
He's the one fighting Barry in the suit.
Who's
And
Tom
they-
Cavanaugh?
He's the guy who plays Harrison Wells.
Okay.
They actually, so basically, Harrison Wells, every time you saw the Reverse Flash, was in the suit.
Oh, very good.
So it's just like, that is really good.
I don't
That's-
believe that.
No,
it was-
he confirmed
said
it.
He confirmed
But he
it.
looks
He
so
confirmed it himself.
muscly.
No, I don't believe he's telling the truth. From the stills we've seen.
No,
But his
clearly
face
don't.
is but you can see it.
No, but the
No.
stills, the
Oh, the
Backstage-
the
Oh,
fighting,
sorry,
the fighting
yeah.
scenes are not him, but the scenes where he's talking, the scenes where maybe he's running, because he said there's the scene in the football field,
in the football stadium. They said
is
that they
him and
should-
Barrett,
they-
is him and Grant has to run at each other.
You said
I
that
still
they-
don't
they-
think it's that
like he-
simple.
Like he talked
course
about
not.
the fact that
knowing Reverse Flash from the comics. It's not that
Yeah.
simple.
Well, I mean, there's two Reverse Flashes, so
There's
And
more
he
than
says,
two.
he
Well,
says,
there's Professor Zoom.
he says he's got
who's also known
he's
as Reverse Flash?
he's got a clear mind in his eye who he is playing, and he has also stated that it's people went, it's never as simple though, and he said sometimes it just can be. And I mean there is an easy way of explaining how Reverse Flash is there and how Harrison Wells is there, because you know the device that he put onto the suit at the end,
The tachyon converter?
Yes, thank you. That allows him to travel through time. So all he has to do is go back in time, then beat himself up and say, right, this is how you do it. And then he has a weird little loop. But what is really nice, and how you know Harrison Wells is the Reverse Flash, watch that final scene again. His face starts to heal really fast. All his wounds start to disappear.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can control his
Because I was thinking
regeneration.
he didn't heal.
No,
And that was the whole point.
You watch that scene, and as he's saying "Merry Christmas," all his wounds just start to disappear.
Because my theory was that he will, as we see him as Wells in this series, it's just before he's become Reverse Flash. He hasn't gained the powers yet, but
You have to think
Reverse Flash has come back in time.
So then, why is he
He's there.
hiding? So
he's lost the ability to travel through time with the suit that he has. That's the theory that I think is going to happen.
Yeah,
is that
but he's
he-
trying to power
he-
it.
I also think Eddie Thawne is his
Descendant?
ancestor.
Descendant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
ancestor,
think
sorry.
Wells is
Ancestor.
his descendant. Yeah.
But that doesn't make so.
Which kind of ties in with the fact that he just stopped and stared at Eddie and then ran
and
off.
he
pushed him out of the way of that
killed all
bullet.
and he killed all of the other police
and I think he pushed
officers
him out of the way of
and
that
didn't
bullet.
kill him.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I think he pushed him out of the way of that bullet because it was so cool, and just all those kind of scenes were just fantastic. And I mean, that's why I thought Flash was the best. But I mean, that's just me.
But the good news
why
is,
did you guys think Arrow was?
But the good news is with the Flash is we're going to get 13 seasons for all this to develop because it's on the CW, so it'll be fine.
That's kind of sad because that
Which
just means
doesn't work out.
Smallville
If-
didn't work out because only got
If there's a season a year
And the
for
last
10
4
years, it
terrible.
matches up with the timeline of the newspaper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to go for 13. It has to go for 13. Sorry, it has to go for at least 11 seasons for it to match up timeline wise
With
with
the
that
paper.
newspaper.
And then the
Now-
final scene of the final season will be the first scene of the first season.
Oh, wouldn't it be really funny if the final scene of Flash
Is
is
the
the beginning of
lightning bolt.
Infinite Crisis in the DC multiverse of cinematic
Well,
universe?
that's not confirmed.
Right.
That doesn't, like Jeff Johns, who's the kind of creative consultant at DC. He's the creative head at DC, one of, and he's basically said he sees the DC slate as a multiverse rather
Of
than
course.
a shared universe.
Yeah.
So Arrow, Flash, and so on will all inhabit their own TV verse, and then you have the movie stuff that happens, and then the whole idea. I actually think it won't ever run to 13 seasons, but if it does, it's great.
No one's
but if it doesn't,
Supernatural.
If it doesn't,
And Smallville went for 10.
if it doesn't, and there's been a pretty decent theory for Arrow with regards to this, that it'll actually do a time jump. That
So that Connor Hawke grows up.
Yeah, I actually think that's what
because it's confirmed now that he's
alive.
and he's there.
Yeah.
So Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow was your favorite then? Arrow was your favorite?
Yeah.
Shane?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Why?
Because I love Green Arrow.
But he's not Green Arrow. He's
I know,
Arrow.
he's
Isn't
Arrow.
that shocking
He's the hood,
ending?
or the
He's the hood,
Arrow,
or the vigilante.
He's well, you know,
He's a dude.
he's greeny, he's pointy, and he's arrowy.
He's hoodie.
Which
He's also
also
very dreamy.
Which I also have to point out is that Stephen
Amell.
did the voiceover, and he's lended his voice to the Lego Batman extension with
And in
Arrow.
Justice Gods Among Us.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And
true.
who seems like a lovely guy and
He
has
does.
one of the best
Yeah.
Facebook accounts.
Follow his Facebook and
out
Twitter.
there.
So
Yeah.
His Facebook is so much
His
fun.
Facebook
His
is
Facebook
brilliant.
is brilliant.
He's,
Like
he's doing that new series, which is you see the series he's doing.
two
There's
dudes.
two dudes.
In the wine country.
In the
Two
wine
dudes being
country.
dudes in the wine country.
He's
That looks
well, you know,
really
he's got his
brilliant,
own. He's got his own wine company.
Yeah,
it's called
knocking-
Knocking Point.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, which is really good name.
And then he got the other kind of spin-off thing that he did was he got Jensen Ackles now to be on Facebook and do the exact same thing.
Well, they're really good friends, actually.
Yeah, because of
It's-
it's the crossover.
it's
I love
a-
crossover.
Yeah, they're really good friends in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I suppose it's been long enough. We could talk about that Arrow ending. Holy crap! Can we all agree now that the new Ra's al Ghul is better than Liam Neeson's Ra's al
Oh
Ghul?
yes.
Because I much
Well,
prefer.
I
His
still
voice
haven't warmed to him.
he's kind. I'm up in the air about it. I
He's
think
closer to
the comic.
the
Yeah, he's
comics,
much
He's
closer.
closer,
and,
he's closer to
and-
that.
but he also hasn't had enough screen time for us to
Yeah.
fully tell.
And he also clearly has a particular set of skills. Like,
Yes.
but yes,
Please don't throw a Taken reference there.
of course. I mean, Taken 3's out now.
He has a
Don't
daughter.
see it.
I'm finding
He
them
does have
just
multiple
very
daughters.
bland at the moment.
I know, but I liked.
But I
he
like
was
the
just
regality that he
yeah.
brought to it.
He was like, I do not give a fuck about you.
Like he was honourable in the way he presents himself.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like, you know, I like talking about his history as being a
Child soldier, basically.
10 killing his first man.
Yeah.
And, you know, talking about, you know, in the 65 years since.
Yes.
Yeah,
So he
that was his
confirms
line.
that he confirms basically he is an
Well, he didn't say
old-ass
65
man.
years since.
67?
He said I haven't
I've been challenged in 67 years.
challenged like that in 67 years. So it suggests that
He's
he's
even
much
older.
older than in his 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's been an adult for at least 67 years.
Yes.
Where he had a fight with somebody as good as
That's why
Ollie.
Ollie lost. He was in the
Yeah.
middle of the fight, and then he was like, "Wait a minute, 67 years?" And then sword.
Yeah, he's still gonna go. Hang on,
No, what happened
Like,
was
I
And then he looked up and
the
just got
dialogue,
stabbed.
the dialogue in that scene.
that
was
dialogue in that
brilliant.
scene was pitch perfect. Like when he has that little and he's put the way he puts his hand back and
the
just like
fight,
oh,
the
Yeah,
fight
it
was
great.
just amazing.
It was like
The
Frieza
courage-
and Goku. You know, when Frieza crosses his hands and
just
fights,
goes, I'm not going to
fights
touch
with
it.
his feet.
And fights with his tail.
Yeah.
What I'd really like them to do eventually in Arrow, which we follow on from that, is there was this in the series before the new 52. It's the graphic novel. I think it's one of the last volumes.
With the pre-52s.
Of which series?
From the series Kevin Smith started.
Oh, yeah, Green
when he came
Arrow.
back from
Oh, the
dead,
Lambo
isn't it?
Hunters?
No. That was
The one where he came back after the dead.
that was the Grail. When he came back from the dead, in like
Yeah.
it's around 2000 to 2005, I think it ran. But there's a series in that where he becomes mayor. And
Oh, yeah, Mayor Queen.
The political Ollie.
It's after
like when
one of the crisis.
like
Yeah.
Infinite Crisis
It's a
happened, and then you
Yeah.
have 52. 52 is the weekly series where you see him do the mayor thing. 52 is where he's seeing his
Green
city
Arrow?
struggle. Yeah. 50,
No, it's way before.
No,
the
this is
52.
this is
No,
this,
no,
this,
no.
this is the last arc.
New 52 is...
This is way before.
not
the new
not
50s.
new 52. This
Oh,
is a
sorry,
weekly
sorry,
series
sorry.
called 52.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that was
52.
yeah,
That was
that was
Oh, sorry.
There was a
52.
weekly
Like,
series
what we
which was
said,
written by
But-
Grant Morrison,
Yeah.
Jeff Johns,
Yeah.
Greg Rucka, and
Where they all got together and were like, we're
Yeah,
going to write
there was-
52 comics this year.
and it
Sure you
introduced me
can.
to Lobo,
Yeah.
the last bastard.
Anyway, in the series, it's Star City or Star.
It's Star City. It's Star City in the
sorry.
comic.
Star City has been destroyed by loads of bombs and it's in bits and stuff. And he was shot by Merlin just like through the chest with an arrow, and he's in bits. And he goes off back to the island. And he brings Connor with him.
Oh yeah, he does. And he goes on a training thing with Connor.
Yeah, and they spend a year on the island retraining under this guy as an assassin, and then he comes back as mayor.
Yeah,
and takes on Wade Wilson again, and beats him because he's retrained, and now he carries a katana as well as the arrows, and
That'd
it's
be
amazing.
Okay,
and
that
I think
didn't
that would be
happen in 52.
Yeah, I think that would be a great recovery for him to do after fighting Raish.
I think what's going to happen.
He's not going to be in it for a few episodes.
I have a feeling that he's going to be gone for a couple episodes, and when he comes back, he's going to be the new Dark Archer, and he's going to be the villain for the rest of the season. Absolutely. And then they're going to need Slade, so they go find.
And I don't think they'll use Slade. I think
they are, because Manu Bennett is confirmed for the rest of the season.
Really?
Yeah, they brought him back. They're bringing him. He already showed pictures of him sitting down, and he's got the patch back, and he goes, "Bennett's back," and it's just like, yes, because it makes sense. It makes sense, and it could be a kind of atonement for.
But he's also
the thing is, Stephen Amell's not gone. Like, he's going to be in the Flash.
That's not what we're saying, though.
No,
we're saying he's going to be a bad guy.
He's not going to be the
star.
I know.
And as well, you have to remember is the Mirakuru. He's gone. He doesn't have the Mirakuru anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. He's
so
just
still a highly trained
he's
badass.
Just a normal badass now. So.
And that would mean that you could have a really intense, and because to be fair, the season 2 finale. After he lost the Mirakuru, there wasn't that big a fight. I mean,
there was a lot of cutaways in between, and a lot of transitions that just didn't feel natural.
No, I'd say it was because they had done so much. So I'd say this will be. That's what I want. I want him to come back evil for a little while. He's maybe the new Dark Archer, or he's just back as an unnamed assassin, and people are and they decide, okay, Roy can't defeat him because Roy has been terrible this season.
Because he's a terrible character.
He's a terrible character. He has said a sum total of like 7 lines, and I'm being really nice here. I think I'm having a dream. Go on. I'll wait till the next episode to tell you what that dream is. It's really relevant, but I'm going to wait.
He has his little adorable sideways flip that he does.
that is incredibly useless and always gets him in trouble.
Yeah.
As a spin-off from that is they're talking about doing a Young Justice Teen Titans.
Yes, that's happening. The Titans.
But then will he be in it?
That'd be great.
It's another Vampire Diary actor.
No, CW is Titans.
Serious?
Yeah, Titans is CW.
I thought you were going to use
another Vampire Diaries actor is rumored to be playing Nightwing. Yeah,
because Nightwing will be the lead.
But there's no Batman, so there's a Nightwing.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is, there's a Harley, but there's no Joker. I mean, if there's a Harley, then Joker exists, which means Batman exists.
No,
Harley does not exist without Joker.
No, but you could have Joker without Batman.
That's true.
In the CW.
Yeah, but then that universe is. But in that universe,
I really hope they don't do
Mark Guggenheim, though, has stated that he would love to bring in Batman.
But he would probably bring in Batman. Maybe not as Batman. He'd bring in Bruce Wayne.
No, he'd be Batman by now. I'd say he'd be Batman by now.
But I mean,
because again, Harley exists. Harley exists, which means Joker exists.
That doesn't mean that Batman doesn't exist. It just means that they can bring in the character Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they can't have him as Batman.
Would it be nice if it was an older Bruce Wayne? Yeah. Like Bruce is actually older than Oliver, and it's just like, you think you're bad? Check this out.
I don't think they will. I think Oliver's going to stay the granddad of the Justice League of the CW universe.
Because like they've stated, here's the Justice League of TV, and it's got like Firestorm, Atom,
Wildcat,
Canary.
Wildcat they brought in as well.
And what's interesting, Vixen is now been introduced into the CW universe
as
an animated animated cartoon series.
But it's set in the same.
It's set in the same universe. They've released 2 stills, and in one of the stills, she's in front,
and the 2 guys are
Arrow
at the side.
and Flash are right behind her.
The Grant Gustin and Stephen Milton are going to voice them.
It's going to be supernatural anime all over again.
That wasn't voiced by the.
Was it not voiced by
I think one.
Hang on.
I think 2 episodes.
Anime?
Yeah, there was a supernatural anime. There was like a season of it, and it was like basically like supposed to be the first season, but the adventures in between.
I think Jensen did like the first episode and the last episode.
But they could bring Jensen Ackles in as the Red Hood.
Oh yeah. Oh
my God!
Graham's mind just blew.
I would love. But he could be brought in live action
because he voiced him in
just put the mask on,
and
you just be like, "I'm Jason Todd," and it's just like, "Okay, you sound young."
That's exactly.
Just to go back to your point about Arrow being a bad guy for the rest of the season.
I think that not the rest,
but to be a mystery villain or whatever.
Yeah.
It is known though that when someone comes out of the Lazarus pit, they're crazy for.
They're crazy for the
long.
longer they're dead, the longer they're crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see. Like, I mean, with the introduction of the Lazarus pit, it'll be huge.
The thing is, I actually think if he is dumped into the Lazarus pit, it won't be by Raish. It'll be by not Merlin. It'll be by the
Raish's
guy.
daughter.
No, the guy who is on the island.
The Asian guy who's with him in Hong Kong.
Who should
now a part
who
of the
should
League
be
of
inside of
Assassins.
Katana's sword, but we won't go into that.
I can't think of the bloody.
It doesn't matter. His character is okay at best, and that's why.
Not a thing as well. CW do have a habit of turning all of their leads evil for like a season.
Yeah.
Supernatural,
They did it
Smallville.
in Smallville. They did it to Clark from season 4, 5, 6,
Is
7.
Vampire
Supernatural
Diaries
did
CW?
And then Supernatural did it again.
Yes.
Is Vampire Diaries
Yeah, because
CW?
isn't Dean evil again? Dean's evil again.
Demon.
Yeah, I think
Demon.
and Satan Sam.
And apparently evil Dean means karaoke.
Yeah. Demon.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So guys, I think we'll wrap it up there. It's been great talking, because really that's all we're doing. We're not talking to people, we're just talking.
Yes.
So
We love you, people.
we love you so much. We hope you exist.
I'm just fond of you as a friend.
So I've been Graham.
It's not us, it's you.
So I've been Graham.
I've been Sexy Tom. No, actually, I've been Tom.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Shane, and I'm going to do a little plug here. I have another podcast called Yesterday's News Today. So if you haven't had enough of me, please subscribe to Yesterday's News Today on iTunes. It's a history podcast, so if you're interested...
Where's it ranking on iTunes?
Tell us, Shane.
Currently today, now it changes daily, but on iTunes, history podcasts in UK and Ireland, we're at number 1 and number 2. So please subscribe.
Congratulations, well done.
Yes.
I'm just going to plug my Twitter handle here. It's
Which
at
is Sexy
10AO.
What is
Spelled
it?
TENOIO.
10AO?
Yeah, it's an Elvish word.
Oh, what does it mean?
Forever.
Oh, cool. So, right, guys, thank you
that's really
so much. That is very geeky, but so is history podcasts.
I know.
So, guys, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye. You can edit that Twitter thing.